I definitely started to, befriend musicians. San Francisco has always kind of been a small town and a big town. So yeah, just definitely just being a supporter, a listener, a music buyer. Eventually wanting to be in a band myself, so learning, having my roommate teach me bass, and I was an avid listener of KUSF at the time that I moved to San Francisco, and I was young and broke, and I would win tickets and listen to all the new music on KUSF as well as Calix and East Bay. Radio was definitely a part of my music connection, but it wasn't for everyone of my age. I had friends who they thought KUSF was weird. You would put it on and you wouldn't know what was going to be playing or whatnot. So, but I liked that, the weirdness and the surprises. Well, the biggest struggle was when they sold KUSF. As a community member and an employee, just seeing the media landscape be bought and sold, and there's so few resources out there for the community that were actually local, not big media landscapes. I did music for myself personally, not as like a career. So I felt that I got to enjoy like the pleasant side of the music industry because I wasn't trying to make a living selling records or playing shows all the time. So for me, like seeing musicians really have to choose between getting a job or following their arts, and just seeing people struggle throughout, like, because San Francisco has always been expensive. I know it's a big part of the conversation right now, but to me, to pay rent, pay band space, all of that has always been tough to see people who really want to pursue music careers not be able to because of financial restrictions. The change to MP3 was welcomed, I think, even by, people of my generation, because you could carry around so much music on such a small device, and that was the beginning of, wow, this is great, before the financial ramifications kind of took part of all of that. So, the first iPod was a revelation. I was working in a restaurant and I could bring, 10,000 CDs on this little device with me. Where it really started to drop off was sound quality between CD and MP3. A lot of the music is equalized, so treble, bass, drums all kind of come in at a same level, where vinyl and CDs for the most part, you have lows and highs of treble, bass, drums, and the music is really, you can really hear the music. Most fearful of even more consolidation. The three big companies, Clear Channel, which is now iHeartMedia, Entercom, Cumulus or something, they've all just gotten more and more enormous. And a lot of what that's doing is taking away the localism in news and the arts. So basically you have one newsroom covering, an entire region as opposed to lots of little newsrooms. I don't see Spotify or any streaming service being horrible as long as everybody is cognizant from the big companies actually paying or sharing revenue with the artists involved, because being a new artist, you make most of your money touring. Mm-hmm. So if you would end up going and supporting that artist live by buying a concert ticket and a shirt and whatnot,